What's up, Urban Acolyte Army? My name is Prince and I'm an Urban Acolyte. This is going to be a follow-up video to the video I did regarding Lando Calrissian, because it appears that it is canon that Lando Calrissian is pansexual. Before I get into this and discuss my source, I just want to say that if you're new here, we talk about Star Wars, especially Solo, a Star Wars story, which is coming out later this week. We talk about Marvel, DC, comic book, superhero action movies, and we talk about martial arts movies and TV shows. Why is that? It's because when I was a kid, I wanted to grow up to be Bruce Leroy and Luke Skywalker, hashtag The Last Jedi. So I wanted to find the Force and discover my inner glow and live my life as close as possible to being a real life Jedi. So if that kind of thing appeals to you, then go ahead, click that subscribe button and enlist in the Urban Acolyte Army. Caleb posted an article from USA Today, and it is going over what we've been talking about, what people have been discussing on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and here on YouTube. And you know, people seem to be upset that Jonathan Kasdan revealed that Lando Calrissian's character, played by both Donald Glover and earlier Billy D. Williams, is pansexual. Again, to repeat what John Kasdan said in that Huffington Post article, there's a fluidity to Donald and Billy D's portrayal of Lando's sexuality. That's both Donald and Billy D. Williams' portrayal of the character. He continued, I mean, I would have loved to have gotten more explicitly a GLBT character in this movie. I think it's time, certainly, for that, and I love the fluidity, sort of the spectrum of sexuality that Donald appeals to and the droids are a part of. When the stars of Solo were interviewed regarding this question, Donald Glover had to say this. He felt that it wasn't controversial. His reply was, how can you not be pansexual in space? There's so many things to have sex with. I'm serious. It just didn't seem that weird to me. You're in space, the door is wide open, right? So there's some kind of implied thing that there's kind of a mutual respect, possibly a romance between Lando and his female droid L337, who's played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. And when Phoebe Waller-Bridge was asked about the question, she says, I'm sure that you're going to notice that Lando has feelings for my character. And as some fans also noted, I'm reading the article, Lando is flirty toward Han Solo, at one point calling him baby. Now, what we saw in the trailer was he said, you might want to buckle up, baby. Now, for me, because this is how brothers talk, right? I you know, when I play ball, when I was playing ball a lot, hey, good shot, baby. Hey, what up though, baby? Even with my special needs kids, shout out to actually, I don't want to say any of you guys' names. Some of my students watch my channel now, but y'all will know. The two of you who I know watch the channel, y'all will know. What do I say about Rosti? And what do I say to Audrey when I see them in every day? What up though, big baby? What up, big baby? That's how we talk, man. So I'm kind of looking at this like, you know, maybe some of these social justice warriors are taking the things a little bit too far, and y'all are gonna look at me like, well, Prince, you're a social justice warrior too. No, I'm really not, because when you look at the definition of a social justice warrior, I'm reading from urbandictionary.com. SJW stands for social justice warrior. However, its actual meaning has changed several times and even now depends on context. Originally, the term was positive, with figures such as Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi being described as such when praised for their work in bringing justice and equality to oppressed groups, right? So a warrior for social justice. Now, at some point in time recently, it became a pejorative term for someone who takes up causes, you know, because they read something from a popular blogger, is based in, and they feel like they're being politically correct or adopting stances within their own social circle, right? When I get called a social justice warrior, I'm speaking from positions that I'm actually passionate about. Why? So with this whole Lando being pansexual, right? I got accused of, well, Prince, you're just pandering to gay people. And if you had a gay son or if you had children at all, you wouldn't feel this way. To the person who commented that, I'm not even going to give you the privilege of getting your 15 minutes of fame. How do you know that? Right? How do you know that I don't know trans people, that I don't have trans people close to me? I might have a trans family member. I might have a family member who identifies as queer or gay or questioning. You don't know that. So, you know, if you have a problem with me speaking out for people I know, I have friends who are pansexual. If that bothers you, fuck you, fuck your face. Fuck your face, you stupid, dumb motherfucker. To borrow from Philip DeFranco, right? So I have no problem with this. It's canon. Look, representation matters. And if you say, well, Lando was the pimp, Lando was the player, he was the ladies' man, he's still the ladies' man, right? He maybe he sees himself as the dominant, the male in the situation, but you got to look at the context. How did we see Lando in The Empire Strikes Back, right? It was him getting flirty with Leia. That's the only context. We only saw Lando. Anytime you look at Billy D. Williams' portrayal as Lando Calrissian, right? It was to tell one particular story, to tell the story of what was going on with Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa Solo, and eventually Leia Organa Solo and Han Solo, right? And then in Rebels, it was his involvement with whatever Hera and Kanan and Zeb and Ezra and Sabine and Chopper were dealing with, right? But so you're only seeing portions of you're only seeing a small sliver of Lando's life, of his story. You don't know what Lando was doing on Cloud City before the Millennium Falcon showed up. You don't know what Lando was doing during A New Hope. Seriously, man, like I've been trying to say, some people are making a bigger deal out of this than it really is. Is this Star Wars is supposed to be a kids movie, right? How do you have pansexuals? Well, there's no overt things that Lando Calrissian is doing in this movie. He's not going to run around and try to stick his USB stick in Phoebe's or in L3's access port, right? He's not going to be trying to get all up in her mainframe. He's not going to be, you know, trying to lick on Han, right? I really think that the flirty stuff going on between them is not even flirty. I think that's L3 saying that because we know there's an intense rivalry between Han and Han and I'll start to say Billy D and Lando, right? There's a reason that Lando calls him Han and not Han, right? To get under his skin, right? And I mean get under his skin as in just to annoy him, not get under his skin as in he's trying to get in them draws because he's got a unquenchable appetite for men's butts and women's butts and anything he can stick his dick in, right? Like seriously, man, at the end of the day, some of y'all just need to chill out, man. You really just chill out, man. It's no big deal. Lando Calrissian is pansexual. Donald Glover has no problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. Some of my friends who aren't in the press have seen Solo. You know, they liked it. Y'all need to chill out and just go see a movie. It's an adventure movie about a coming of age story of Han Solo and a great send off to a character that I've never even been a fan of Solo, but I'm going to see it, right? And that's it. And I'll see Lando and we're going to see the origin of Han Solo. And that's really it. So, I mean, this thing, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. John Caston says that Lando's pansexuality is canon. And let's leave it at that. Right. And if this ruins your childhood and ruins Lando for you, well, then I'm sorry, but maybe your childhood sucked. Just admit it and move on. The sooner you admit it, the sooner you can heal yourself. But anyway, that's all I really got to say on this topic. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, click that subscribe button and take your first steps towards joining the Urban Acolyte Army. Embark on the journey of becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Continue to support the channel. You can do that by watching more videos and sharing them with all of your friends. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.